sure you've seen it everywhere. Wiggins styles have completely evolved. We've gone from the classic straight cut hairline to the ultra natural seamless looks that are taking over our social media feeds right now. I'm not exactly sure where this trend originated. I'm gonna say Nigeria, but it's very clear that natural hairlines are the way to go. When I first started looking for tutorials, I found very few that were truly beginner friendly. So I thought, why not give it a shot myself and create a hairline like this? So here you guys are, the natural hairline tutorial for dummies. Okay, so for our experiment today, we'll be using a 24-inch body wave wig from Wiggins Hair. You guys know that this is my favorite brand. So 2 things I really love about Wiggins Hair is that their hair is actually true to length. I ordered 26 inches or 24 inches, and it definitely felt like 28 inches. And then also the wig came pre-plucked, which was perfect for this look. Alright, let's get straight into it. So before anything, we need to create a flawless base for our wig, and that's where the bald cap method comes in. This step is crucial for achieving a seamless, natural look, and here is how you do it. So before anything, you gotta prep your hair. Start by braiding down your hair, slicking down your hair, whatever the case may be. Just try to get your natural hair as flat as possible. The flatter your hair, the smoother your wig will lay, okay? After that, you gotta protect the edges. So you guys already see me use the gummy wax on my edges. Apply a little bit of edge control to keep your baby hairs out the way, and then you just put your stocking cap on top. My stocking cap of choice was actually an HD lace cap. I just like it because it's thinner and it's tighter, so that means it's better. Don't let all these HD stuff fool you. Just grab a cap that is as close to your natural hair or hair color, skin tone as possible. So now it's time to cut the holes in the wig cap. Just carefully with some good scissors, cut out small holes, like a small hole in your ear or like a small hole on your ear. I'm not gonna say cut a hole around your ear, just because the smaller the better. You're gonna be able to fit your ear through it anyways, and that's how I find the cap lays as flat as possible, and I don't get any gapping at the sides of my ears. So make sure your hole is really tiny and you fit your ear through it afterwards. So once you've fit your ears through, it should be really tight. It should even pin you small. Apply a thin layer of glue along the hairline and blow dry it until it's completely dry. The glue that I used for this bald cap method should not be mentioned. I'm joking, it's Ebin, but you guys can really use any glue. I don't like using Got2b spray because it's a lot messier for me. So with the actual lace glue, I have more control and it dries a lot faster. So like I said, make sure you guys wait until it is completely dry, like not till it's tacky, not till, I'm talking dry. Obviously this is a video, so you didn't see how long I was waiting for, but in the time that I was waiting for it to dry, I dyed my wig completely jet black. I plucked my wig a little bit more, and I watched an entire TV show. So please wait until your wig is completely dry. And obviously once it's dry, you can cut off the excess lace. Now to blend the cap seamlessly with your skin, apply a little bit of foundation. I use the Ruby Kisses foundation in the shade number 15, and just apply it along like your actual hairline, and this will allow the cap to almost disappear, if you will. It didn't really disappear, but it creates the illusion of a natural scalp. Okay, so now that your base is ready, it's time to map out the hairline. This step is super important because it sets the stage for how your natural wig is going to look. Okay, and here is how you guys do it. So I always have a reference picture in front of me of the hairline that I want to achieve. This could be a photo of your favorite wig install or even a celebrity that you really like. So my inspo would probably be like Chioma's hairline or even Sharon Oja's. I'll insert pictures of what it looked like, just so that I have, everyone's hairline looks completely different, by the way, or the different styles. There's many different styles, so keep in mind which one you actually like. Bobrisky's zone is different from Shioma's zone, and Shioma's zone is different from the ones like Crown Beauty from the UK. So just make sure you pick your reference picture that actually suits your hairline as well. After that, you want to take a white eyeliner pencil and start from one side of your forehead to the other. I applied 3 dots to start, so I started above my eyebrow. I made 2 places, or dotted 2 places. I think it's easier for you to watch what I did rather than me explain, but I'm gonna try my best to explain why I'm doing it as well. Once I made the dots, I kind of just did like a connect the dots situation. You're really just drawing out the hairline. I don't want to make this more complicated than what it is, but I just used the white eyeliner pencil to make the shape of the hairline I wanted. That's literally all I did. I chose the white eyeliner pencil back in the day when we used to do wig installs, or when we first started doing wig installs. We would use this as a guide anyway, so that's what made it come to mind. But the white color stands out against like the bald cap, making it easy to see exactly where to apply the glue. And just make sure, like, don't be afraid to make adjustments. I wiped off the hairline as many times as I needed to, so if you're not happy with your first attempt, you can easily wipe it off and try again. If the first hairline you tried didn't look good, try another one. The goal is to make a hairline that looks natural and fits your face shape. So I really took my time with this. Once I was satisfied with the hairline that I made, I just like kind of dug in the eyeliner pencil deeper into my skin. So like really get in there. After that, I applied the wig to my head, and now we're gonna try and transfer the markings that we made on my head onto the actual lace. So I put the wig down and I started scratching it off. I can't believe my grade 10 art class came in handy, because after it was just like a transfer method that I learned in school. But yeah, just scratch off, like make a little scratch, and it's gonna transfer on to the lace. I hope that explains it. Feel free to pause this and go back and see what I did again so you get a better understanding. But once it transferred onto the lace, I just trace it out on the lace so I can see what needed to be plucked, what needed to be cut off. And yeah, I know it's tricky, but I promise you, maybe mute me for the last 2 minutes and just watch again. Now that we've made a guide, it's time to pluck your life away. This style is just plucking. So like, because I made the guide underneath, I'm able to see like where like I don't want any hair. So I kind of just outlined, I carved out the hairline again, looking for the white eyeliner pencil as a guide. And once I cut out that hair, or once I parted that hair, I started plucking behind the hairline. So like I said, this style requires a lot of plucking. I didn't include the plucking in the video because I just honestly wasn't even recording that part, but I want you guys to understand that like almost every 5 minutes I was plucking. Just to get the hairs out of my way, I did use some Got2b glue to make it flatter. And once I was satisfied with the plucking that I did, it was time for me to cut out the M part of the hairline. So that's the beginning part. Some people call it a widow's peak. It actually is called a widow's peak. To take off this hair, there's multiple different methods. Some people use Nair to take off this part that I'm just plucking off. I decided to use a very aggressive method that actually ended up biting me on my butt. Just make sure if you're gonna like pluck it off the way I was plucking it, use smaller pieces, because the lace could rip if you use too big of a piece like you just seen there. So I finally came to my senses and decided to pluck it off a little bit gentler, be a little bit more demure as I'm doing it. So yeah, I was just taking it off, and eventually you're gonna be able to see what the hairline looks like, and I was satisfied with it at this point, but definitely play around with it a little bit more if need be. You can see the white eyeliner thing popping out now, and like I said, once this is done, pluck your mind, pluck away. Don't over pluck. Find a medium between over plucking and plucking, like a happy medium. Don't overpluck too much. I want everyone to keep in mind that this style is not one of those where you want the lace to last forever. If you are plucking this wig, just know it's going to last you like a week. I'm so sorry to tell you, because the more plucking you do, the more natural it looks. So off camera, you guys didn't see, I actually applied foundation to the wig. So I'm putting on a little bit right now, but just make sure you apply the same Ruby Kisses foundation that I used earlier in the bald cap method to my lace right now. So once you have finished plucking, it's time to cut out the ear tabs, or even cut out the lace. I know some people like to cut off the lace before they apply the glue. Do whatever fits you, but I like to just cut out the ears just so that I know that it's fitting to my head properly, or flatter, not even properly, more flat. And after that, it's time to apply the lace. So I kept the white eyeliner there as a guideline to how far I wanted the glue to go, and I applied 2 layers of glue. I know on a regular install I probably applied 3 to 4 layers of glue because I really want it to last long, But like I said, this wig install is not for this, for the big mamas, the big ladies, because the thinner, obviously, the more flatter it will look, and it's not gonna last you anything more than a week. I'm so sorry to tell you. But yeah, I applied 2 layers of glue and I cleaned off the white eyeliner pencil once I was done. And please make sure you blow dry the wig glue until it is clear. A little bit tacky, not completely dry, but clear. And after that, apply the lace to your head. Now, when applying the lace to your head, I want everybody to keep in mind that lace is actually malleable. I don't think people understand that you can shift, stretch your lace, whatever the case may be. As I'm applying this, even I'm stretching my skin underneath, so I'm giving myself an eyebrow lift. You can do a whole lot of things with this lace, and just make sure you're applying it to your head to make it fit. So once your lace has been applied to the glue, I like to take a comb and just kind of brush it over the hairline. I'm using this to actually like glue the adhesive to the lace, so it's kind of melting together as I'm doing that. I don't need to tie it down just yet because you're still in like the rough draft stages, and should in case you want to take it off, you don't want to have to, tying it down is just too early to tie it down. I see some people tying it down, which is why I mentioned that don't tie it down yet. And after that, I noticed that your girl applied the wig too forward. Can you imagine? It was just because I deleted my forehead more than I needed to because I was trying to do the eyebrow lift thingy, but that's okay. The excess lace that I didn't glue, or the excess places, or the areas that I didn't glue, I just added glue there and I laid it all down again. And here is when I realized that the lace was a little bit too forward on my head, which is honestly fine because I did want the sides. So like, let's say the side swoops, right? Beside my eyebrows, I did want them to come that far down, but the center of my forehead was too far in the middle. Like I did not have any forehead left. So I was still looking at it like, what am I gonna do? And as I was looking at my reference picture, I realized that the sides of my head are actually cut out as well. So like I just again mimic the hairline. If you remember with my outline, my white outline with the eyeliner pencil, it did come back a little bit near my eyebrow. So I decided to carve out that part and then cut off the excess lace there and repeat it on the other side. It was at this point she knew I'm just joking. I was looking at the hairline and I knew something was off, and I just couldn't tell what. Obviously, the sides that I just cut out needed to be plucked a bit more to match the front because it was still looking very full. So I gave that a pluck, and then just looking at the hairline and looking at the reference picture, the hairline was correct, but it just wasn't correct for my head. And when I tell you something was off-putting, because at this point I'm supposed to be done. But like I said, I made a couple of mistakes along the way as this was my first attempt. Or maybe I didn't say that. This was my first attempt at doing this hairline, and it wasn't even supposed to be a tutorial. It was like, let's see if I can achieve this. Anyway, I realized that the middle of my forehead, like I said, was just too far forward. So I cut out another M to see maybe if that was what was making it off, and it was. So again, I was just looking at my reference photo. That's why it's very important to have a reference photo in front of you to know what you're going for, and look back, go back and correct your mistakes if need be. So for me, the center of my forehead needs to go further back. The sides were perfect. I realized the sides were perfect. The actual edge part, so the 2 swoop sides were perfect. It was just the center that was too far forward. So I went back in and cut out another M, so McDonald's M. I wasn't going for I wasn't going for Barbrisky style. I was going for more Crown Beauty UK London, that one style. So it's not too dramatic. and I gave it a pluck behind where I cut out again, and then I just cut out the excess lace. This was a little bit messy, but it was needed. It was definitely needed. Just if you're making mistakes along the way, it's very easy to fix. I cut off the lace, and then all I had to do was really clean up my mess afterwards. So that was just with makeup up. You'll see what I did throughout the video, or as the video goes on, but it's okay for you to make mistakes on your first try. I made a mistake. This was my first try and I made a mistake, so I just know for next time to be mindful of where I was placing the lace, and maybe cut the hairline a little bit further back, because my forehead, I know it is big, but I have to embrace what God has gave me, or else I'll be looking like somebody else's child. So yeah, I decided to cut off the excess lace so I could see more of my forehead. So now, once I was satisfied with the hairline, we are pretty much done, guys. I applied the Fantasia melting spray, or I don't even know what kind of spray it's called, but I'll put it on the screen. I applied that spray to it, tied down my hair, and I went to sleep, because this actually took me 6 hours, guys, and it was 5 a.m. by the time I was done. So when I tied it down and went to sleep, this is what it looked like when I woke up in the morning. Obviously, I cut the sideburns out. I was going for a no baby hairs look, so I really had to just sit with this. I was really contemplating, should I add edges, should I not? But I gave it a little bit more of a pluck, added powder, added more lace adhesive to make the lace blend a little bit better, because I didn't tie it down properly when I slept. I took some gummy wax to mold the edges. You're going for kind of like a permed look, so it does give like a little bit, it looks nicer when you give it a little bit of a swoop. So that's what I was trying to do, just make it look like some permed edges. And bada boom, bada bing. I hope that I have explained how I achieved this to you guys. As you can see, it is not perfect, but this is definitely a -9/10. You have more than passed the class, baby girl. And this is me to myself. I'm gonna do a second attempt of this soon, and hopefully I get it down to a T, and I'll show you guys how to do it without all the mistakes. But I think showing the mistakes is really important. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below, so I can address it in the next video, in the next hairline video that I do, so I can answer those questions that you guys have. But yeah, hopefully, and please ask them now, because I'm going to be installing the wig like at the end of this week. So I'm uploading this video this week, and you guys will see the video probably in a month or two from now, but I will be looking at the questions that you guys have for the next video. So please ask away. I am here. Even if I have to DM you and tell you what I did and explain, feel free. May I get time? So yeah, once I molded the baby hairs in whatever way I wanted, then I just went on to styling the wig, and you guys can see how I did that. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm sure you did, because your girl is back. Please make sure you like the video and you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let me know if there's any other videos that you want to see from me. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you for watching till the end, and I will see you in the next hair tutorial for dummies. You're not a dummy in Jesus' name. I didn't mean that, but you get what I'm trying to say, yeah? Okay, bye.